I don't know what happened. I think I'm hoping I just recorded a 20-minute video on how to do this, but I looked up and my phone was off. It's not dead, it was just off. But hopefully I just recorded it. All right, back at it again for the belt buckle. Gonna be using pretty much, I think, the whole palette of Scale Color Artist shades of gray. So there is Art White, Art Black, Buff, Pearl Gray, Violet Gray, and Gray, or Green Gray. This time, since I still have not found my wet palette, which is just so typical, I was painting with the kids, and they were doing their thing, and I was doing my thing, and I think I put my wet palette in with the kids' art supplies, and I just realized that right now, this second. So now I'm gonna have to go check. It's also a little crazy, and I think I'll probably have to go back and like darken it up a little bit, because I honestly thought that once it dried, it would dry darker, but it's still pretty bright. So I think I'll probably go back in and do some glazing over it. But I'm very happy with the texture we built up. So I really think we just probably need to go back in and glaze in some of those purple shadows. But again, I want to wait until I get more of the model painted before I go too crazy there. Water. I'm going to take some of this. And a dash of this. This is that gray, green gray. And let's headbutt our camera. Okay, so gonna just come in first with our base coat here. And I'm gonna leave some black in those recessed areas. Let me see, if I can back this up and you can still see it, I can actually get in here. And I need to, I'm still like, I'm at my airbrushing booth, but I'm still in like goblin mode painting style, if you caught that video. So for this, I definitely need to go and get the real desk cleaned back up. Okay, so I'm leaving. Trying to explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it, so you can see almost like a black lining effect. I'm gonna leave that black just to make those areas pop more. And I absolutely hate to say make it pop. It gives me flashbacks to graphic designer days. And I have my heater going because it's cold. It's balls down here. And I had a dehumidifier because I'm technically underground. And I'm wondering if that is also something I need to stop doing when I'm painting. Just because of how fast, like, the paint is drying on the brush tip. And again, I'm really just focusing. I have my light and my air compressor on a remote switch. I gotta get a second switch for that compressor, because there's no reason for that compressor to be on right now. And I wonder, I should probably maybe even have this. Here, does this solve all of our problems? The issue is the light source is from a different angle now. But I took a reference photo. Hopefully now you can see a lot of paint. Can I zoom out? So I have, let me go back a little bit further. All right, so you see my feet out of here, surprise feet. You can see I have this hand is on the table, and I'm in a weird posture just because of how the camera is, but I have this wrist on the table and I'm coming in and I'm cupping, and that's what gives me the control that even though like I really want to be much closer to the piece, it allows me to get up in there relatively easily. Right, so the brush control is not 100% in my fingers. The fingers are doing those quick motions, but really the work is coming through, or this ability is coming through my whole arm now. I don't know if I can get this. All right, oh, maybe that's perfect. Okay, so I'm painting where an edge highlight would be, and this like a little bit beyond where the edge highlight would be. And I am using my brush strokes to create that reflection. And I'm using the box art to tell me where the reflection should be. And I talked about this like last night. I think the if I have a problem with this figure specifically, the problem is going to be that I was not consistent with my light sources. So I was thinking like the belt is not a huge deal. The belt's actually pretty close to the light sources anyway, just because of how I was vibing on it. But if I just follow the light sources of the box art, even if I'm not really painting in that style or with those same colors, just following how they have their highlights, it'll at least be consistent. Hopefully it's not jerking you guys around everywhere. We'll hit this bottom one. And I think the other thing, like I know something that I struggle with when I've tried to paint this way in the past, is when you're painting, and I don't really know what to call this, like a competition level painting. It seems like, to me, trying to make sense of it, the way I think of it in my head is it's volumetric, right? They're painting in volumes. So when in a traditional Games Workshop system, if something is green, you're typically thinking in, okay, it's green. I have a dark green, I have a mid-tone green, and then I have a bright green. And I start at the darkest point, I layer in, or maybe I glaze in brighter things. Maybe I'll do some washes. But if something's green, you paint it green. If something's metal, you paint it metal, right? So now with volumetric painting, and even like this is non-metal metallic, so you can't use metals, right? So you have to simulate the metal with paint. But like even the belt, I actually didn't, except for the first brown that I used, the belt didn't actually have any brown paint in it. It has purples, pinks, and a gray, I think, or a white, like a very warm white. And when you're thinking, and you're thinking like a painter, then like even though you see leather is brown, it's not actually brown. You're seeing a ton of different colors there. Thanks for watching it. I'll see you tomorrow. This will either be a very short video or a video that has all the steps in it. I don't know. Wish me luck.